11 Toxic Things Destroying Your Life Right Now. Stoic Wisdom, Stoicism. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. These powerful words from Marcus Aurelius remind us that our lives are shaped by what we allow into our minds, yet so many of us unknowingly hold on to habits that poison our well-being. Welcome to Stoic in Your Life, where today we'll uncover 11 toxic things destroying your life right now and how the timeless wisdom of Stoicism can help you break free from their grip. Have you ever felt trapped in cycles of negativity? Or wondered why life feels heavier than it should? Stick with us and we'll explore how identifying and removing these toxic elements can lead to a stronger, clearer, and more meaningful life. This isn't just about letting go. It's about taking charge of your life and living in harmony with your true values. Let's dive in. Number 1. Stop explaining to toxic people. Toxic individuals thrive on creating confusion and chaos, often using manipulation to gain control and exhaust others emotionally. They disrupt conversations, twist narratives, and push you into endless loops of self-justification, leaving you drained and questioning your own sanity. Engaging with such people in the hope of finding resolution or understanding is like attempting to fill a bucket riddled with holes. It's an exercise in futility that saps your emotional strength. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher-emperor, wisely stated, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This timeless wisdom reminds us that instead of mirroring the chaos and negativity of toxic individuals, it's far better to maintain your integrity and peace of mind. One of the core principles of modern Stoicism is the focus on controlling your responses rather than trying to control others. This is particularly relevant in today's world, where conflicts often escalate quickly, whether in personal interactions or the polarized spaces of social media. Toxic people will bait you, hoping to draw you into arguments where their goal is not resolution but domination. Recognizing their intent is the first step in liberating yourself from their influence. The truth is, some people are simply unwilling or incapable of understanding your perspective no matter how clearly you explain it. Accepting this is a form of emotional maturity. It frees you from the exhausting need to constantly defend yourself or win their approval. Walking away from these situations does not mean you are weak or that you lack the courage to confront challenges. On the contrary, it is a profound act of strength and self-respect. Choosing silence over engagement, detachment over entanglement, and peace over chaos requires emotional discipline. It's a deliberate act of preserving your energy for the people and pursuits that truly matter. Setting boundaries is an essential tool in this process. Boundaries signal that your mental and emotional well-being are priorities, and they prevent you from being drawn into unnecessary disputes that offer no constructive outcome. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Your reaction is your power, and exercising it wisely is a hallmark of Stoic strength. In a world where conflicts can arise in the blink of an eye, whether from a sharp remark, a passive-aggressive comment, or a social media post designed to provoke, it's more important than ever to cultivate emotional composure. Toxic individuals often seek validation for their behavior by dragging others into their vortex of negativity. By refusing to engage, you deny them the power they seek over you. Instead, redirect your energy toward nurturing positive relationships with people who value and uplift you. Surround yourself with those who encourage your growth, who challenge you constructively, and who bring light into your life rather than darkness. The practice of modern Stoicism offers valuable guidance here. It teaches us to prioritize inner tranquility above all else. In today's noisy, hyper-connected world, protecting your peace is not only wise, it's essential. When you disengage from toxic people, you're not surrendering. You're choosing a path of self-preservation and resilience. You're saying, "My energy is too valuable to be wasted on negativity." And in doing so, You reclaim the emotional and mental space to focus on what truly matters in your life: your goals, your passions, and your well-being. While you cannot control the words or actions of others, you have full control over how you respond. Silence, detachment, and a firm but gentle no can often be your most powerful tools for maintaining your peace. When faced with toxicity, remember that the greatest victory lies not in engaging or retaliating, but in preserving your dignity and continuing to live in alignment with your values. By focusing on your own growth and well-being, you become immune to the chaos others try to bring into your life. In the words of Seneca, "What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears." Life is too short and too precious to waste on those who do not value your peace. Choose wisely and protect your inner sanctuary with the strength and wisdom of a Stoic. Number 2, remove unnecessary goals. Life is too short and precious to waste on pursuits that no longer serve your true self or align with your evolving values. Chasing every ambition without clear purpose is like scattering seeds in a storm. Effort without direction leads to little growth. Modern Stoicism reminds us of the importance of periodically reflecting on our goals and discarding those that no longer resonate with who we are becoming. Seneca captured this perfectly when he said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." By clinging to outdated or irrelevant objectives, we spread our energy too thin and lose focus on the pursuits that truly matter. This isn't just inefficient, it can also prevent us from reaching our highest potential. Instead, we should strive to refine our aspirations, focusing on the ones that speak to our core values and inspire us to grow. This process of refinement requires intentionality and courage. It begins with asking yourself some fundamental questions. What is most important to me? Which goals contribute to my personal and emotional growth? Which are distractions or remnants of past versions of myself? The answers to these questions provide clarity, enabling you to shed the unnecessary and make room for the meaningful. A critical element of this practice is discretion. Resist the urge to announce your goals to the world. Oversharing not only opens the door to criticism and unwanted opinions, but also creates pressure that can stifle progress. As Epictetus advises, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Quietly and diligently work toward your aims, letting your actions and results speak louder than words. By doing so, you maintain control over your journey and eliminate the distractions of external validation. It's vital to recognize that letting go of certain goals does not equate to failure. On the contrary, it reflects maturity and wisdom. Holding on to an ambition purely out of guilt, habit, or fear of judgment ties you to a version of yourself that may no longer exist. This attachment can hinder your growth and prevent you from embracing new opportunities that align with the person you are now. Modern life often bombards us with the pressure to be everything at once, to achieve endlessly, and to say yes to every possibility. But as Marcus Aurelius reminds us, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. This insight applies not only to our actions and words, but also to our goals. By choosing to simplify your focus, you free yourself to pursue what is truly right for you in the present moment. Simplifying your goals also cultivates a profound sense of liberation and clarity. In narrowing your focus, you make room for deeper engagement with what matters most. This doesn't mean avoiding challenges or difficult work. It means channeling your energy into pursuits that align with your deepest values and provide genuine fulfillment. As modern Stoicism teaches, this process of elimination isn't about giving up. It's about honing in. By doing fewer things but doing them well, you create a life rooted in purpose and integrity. This clarity also reduces overwhelm, helping you navigate the chaos of contemporary life with a calm and centered mind. To thrive in today's fast-paced world, It's essential to embrace this practice of prioritization and intentionality. Let go of the fear that stepping away from certain ambitions will diminish your worth. Instead, trust that by focusing on what aligns with your authentic self, you are not only making progress but also creating a life of greater meaning and fulfillment. Remember, the quality of your pursuits is far more important than their quantity. By applying the wisdom of the Stoics and refining your goals with care, you protect your energy, maintain your focus, and stay true to your unique path. As you move forward, let each step reflect your commitment to growth, purpose, and the clarity that comes from shedding what no longer serves you. Number 3. Cut off broken relationships. Cutting off broken relationships is one of the hardest yet most liberating acts you can undertake. A profound act of self-respect and courage that sets the foundation for a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Not every connection is meant to last forever, and that's not a reflection of your worth or your efforts. It's simply the natural rhythm of life. Relationships, much like seasons, have their beginnings and endings. Some bring warmth and growth, while others cast shadows over your well-being. When a relationship becomes toxic, irreparable, or starts to weigh heavily on your mental health, holding on to it often causes more harm than letting it go. Imagine gripping a burning rope. Each moment you refuse to release it, the pain deepens, leaving wounds that take longer to heal. Isn't it wiser, even if painful, to loosen your grip and let go? It's natural to feel the pull of justification, wanting to explain your decision to others, to provide reasons that make sense to them. But often, this invites gossip, judgment, or unsolicited advice that clouds your clarity. Why seek validation from others when the most important person to convince is yourself? A Stoic approach reminds us to focus inward, to maintain privacy and dignity while channeling our energy toward self-healing. True strength isn't in fighting to maintain what no longer serves you, but in respecting yourself enough to walk away, even when it's uncomfortable. Letting go is not an admission of failure. Instead, it's a bold declaration of your value, a statement that you refuse to let negativity dictate your life. Take a moment to reflect on what the broken relationship taught you. Every experience, even the painful ones, carries lessons that can guide your future. Perhaps it taught you the importance of setting boundaries, of recognizing early warning signs, or of prioritizing your own needs. Use these lessons as stepping stones to build stronger, healthier connections moving forward. But remember, healing is not a race or a performance for the world to judge. It's deeply personal, requiring time, patience, and self-compassion. Resist the urge to rush the process or to seek external validation. You are enough as you are, and the act of letting go already signals growth. Think about the space that opens up when you release something toxic. It's not just an absence, but an opportunity, a clearing where peace, growth, and healthier relationships can take root. Imagine what you could accomplish, who you could become, when you are no longer drained by negativity. Letting go with grace, rather than bitterness or regret, is an act of honoring the experience while choosing to move forward unburdened. This grace allows you to focus on the life you want to create, rather than the one you're leaving behind. Consider this: a modern professional juggling the demands of a high-stakes career while managing personal relationships that have grown toxic. Perhaps it's a friendship where support has turned into competition, or a romantic relationship where love has given way to resentment. Out of fear of judgment, they cling to these ties, hoping things will improve. But one day, an argument cuts too deep, or they wake up and realize their own happiness has taken a back seat for too long. They decide to step back, to cut ties, and to focus on rebuilding their mental and emotional health. It's not an easy decision, but it's transformative. Over time, they regain clarity, foster healthier connections, and discover success unburdened by toxicity. Could this be you? Are there relationships in your life that are weighing you down rather than lifting you up? By applying a Stoic mindset to this situation, you'll uncover a simple yet profound truth. You cannot control others, only your own actions and reactions. The Stoic secrets to thriving in life are knowing when to let go, focusing on what is within your control, and choosing inner peace over external chaos. Ask yourself, what does your decision to let go or to hold on say about the life you want to create? Are you sacrificing your well-being for the hope that things will change? Or are you ready to embrace the courage it takes to release what no longer serves you and create space for something better? Cutting off broken relationships is an act of love, not just for yourself but for the life you want to live. It teaches you to prioritize your mental health, embrace self-reflection, and approach the process of healing with dignity and grace. The lesson here is clear. Respect yourself enough to choose peace over conflict, growth over stagnation, and courage over fear. When you do, you open the door to authentic, fulfilling connections and leave behind the chains of the past. The future you envision begins with the simple, powerful act of letting go. If you're still here, it's clear that you value thoughtful choices and personal growth. Share your thoughts in the comments with this slogan: let go to grow, and let's continue learning together. More eye-opening content will be coming your way soon. Number 4. Control your emotions in stress. Stressful situations are an unavoidable part of life, but your response to them is what ultimately defines whether you retain control or allow the chaos to dictate your actions. Emotional outbursts, whether born of anger, frustration, or fear, tend to escalate problems, making solutions seem even further out of reach and leaving you feeling powerless. As Seneca wisely observed, anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it. When faced with stress, take a moment to pause and reflect, recognizing that reacting impulsively is likely to worsen the situation. Modern Stoicism emphasizes the importance of remaining composed during times of turmoil, teaching us that wisdom and deliberate action should replace emotional haste. Rather than letting stress overwhelm you, redirect that energy into constructive outlets that restore balance and clarity. Physical activities like exercise are excellent tools for channeling frustration, as they release tension and help calm the mind. Similarly, mindfulness practices such as meditation allow you to observe your emotions from a distance, enabling you to process them without becoming consumed by them. If the source of stress is something you can influence, focus on addressing the root cause logically and calmly. This method demonstrates emotional intelligence and helps you achieve productive outcomes while safeguarding your mental peace. By taking deliberate steps to manage your reaction, you reclaim your power and prevent stress from taking control of your life. Remaining calm in high-pressure moments not only reflects resilience, but also signals strength and discipline. Public displays of anger or frustration, however, can tarnish your reputation and diminish your credibility. Whether you are leading a team at work or managing relationships at home, your ability to maintain composure during a crisis inspires trust and confidence in those around you. Conversely, losing control may cause others to question your reliability and judgment. Marcus Aurelius, a beacon of Stoic wisdom, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By internalizing this insight, you empower yourself to stay grounded even when the world around you feels chaotic. Taking time to process your emotions privately before responding is a critical step toward thoughtful decision-making. Journaling, reflective practices, or even something as simple as taking a quiet walk can give you the mental space needed to approach challenges rationally. Acting out of logic rather than impulse not only preserves your peace, but also allows you to navigate difficulties with clarity and purpose. In today's fast-paced world, where stressors can arise from a barrage of emails, social media notifications, or everyday interactions, it's essential to develop strategies that enable you to remain balanced and centered. Building long-term habits to manage stress is one of the most effective ways to protect your mental and emotional well-being. Regular physical activity, sufficient sleep, and consistent mindfulness practices create a foundation of resilience that shields you from becoming overwhelmed. When faced with conflict, approaching it calmly and seeking logical resolutions not only helps you achieve better outcomes but also strengthens your relationships. A calm demeanor can create a ripple effect, inspiring positivity and rationality in those around you. The wisdom of modern Stoicism reminds us to view every challenge as an opportunity to cultivate patience, resilience, and self-mastery, qualities that serve as pillars of a fulfilling life. Mastering your emotions and learning to respond with deliberate calm not only prevents stress from overtaking your peace but also transforms adversity into an opportunity for growth. By choosing rationality over reaction, you retain control over your inner world, ensuring that external pressures cannot disrupt your equilibrium. As you practice these principles, you embody the essence of Stoic strength, creating a life rooted in tranquility and purpose. Stress, then, is not a destroyer, but a tool, a chance to refine your character and build a more resilient version of yourself. Number 5. Avoid badmouthing others. Engaging in negative talk about others, even casually, is like poisoning the communal well. It not only damages relationships but also tarnishes your character. Gossip and criticism, though momentarily satisfying, sow seeds of mistrust and weaken the bonds of respect that form the foundation of meaningful human connections. Modern Stoicism underscores the importance of dignity and self-control in our interactions, urging us to rise above petty behaviors and instead cultivate a spirit of kindness and understanding. Epictetus wisely observed, "When you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings. Then you will forget your anger." This profound insight invites us to shift our focus inward, examining our responses and using moments of irritation as opportunities for growth, rather than opportunities for negativity. When tempted to criticize, it is crucial to pause and reflect on the source of these feelings. More often than not, our harsh judgments of others are projections of our insecurities, frustrations, or unmet expectations. Addressing these emotions with honesty can help us move away from blame and toward self-awareness. Instead of venting through harmful words, consider resolving conflicts directly with calmness and respect. If resolution feels unattainable, maintaining a gracious distance is a powerful alternative to bitterness or gossip. Marcus Aurelius offered timeless wisdom when he wrote, "Whenever you're about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I'm about to criticize?" This simple act of introspection fosters empathy, humility, and the realization that we are all flawed individuals navigating our own challenges. Empathy is the antidote to many interpersonal struggles, including the tendency to badmouth others. By placing yourself in someone else's shoes, you can better understand their circumstances, motives, and challenges. Remember that people often behave in ways that are shaped by unseen battles, hardships, and fears. This perspective helps you replace judgment with compassion and irritation with patience. Choosing to view others through this empathetic lens not only deepens your emotional intelligence, but also strengthens your ability to connect meaningfully. As you adopt this mindset, you create a ripple effect of kindness that positively impacts both your relationships and the broader environment in which you live. The choice to avoid gossip and negativity is not an act of passivity, but a testament to inner strength and character. It requires discipline to resist the urge to join in when negativity dominates a conversation, especially when emotions run high. Yet choosing kindness over criticism builds resilience and fosters a culture of mutual respect. This choice also reflects your commitment to living according to values, rather than being swept away by fleeting impulses. In a world increasingly influenced by social media and fast-paced interactions, where negativity can spread like wildfire, modern Stoicism provides a framework for remaining grounded. By prioritizing your values and focusing on your behavior, you can serve as a role model for positivity and integrity, inspiring others to do the same. Words are powerful. They can unite or divide, heal or harm. Each time you choose to speak with kindness and integrity, you set a standard not only for yourself but for those around you. Even in moments of conflict, when anger or frustration feels overwhelming, opting for restraint and diplomacy demonstrates emotional resilience and maturity. You embody the values of modern Stoicism by showing that you can control what you say, even when you cannot control external events. Seneca's advice is particularly relevant here. Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. The process is mutual, for men learn while they teach. By aligning yourself with uplifting relationships and becoming a source of positivity for others, you foster an environment where trust, respect, and personal growth can flourish. Avoiding bad-mouthing others is a transformative practice, both for your character and your relationships. It elevates your interactions, creating deeper, more genuine connections while reinforcing your own sense of integrity. Remember that the way you speak about others says more about you than it does about them. By choosing to embody empathy, patience, and respect, you not only protect the dignity of those around you, but also contribute to a more harmonious and compassionate world. This choice to rise above negativity isn't always easy, but it is profoundly rewarding, offering a path to stronger relationships, inner peace, and a legacy of kindness that inspires others to follow your example. Number 6. Stop comparing yourself. Stop comparing yourself to others. It's one of the most liberating decisions you can make, yet one of the hardest habits to break. In today's world, dominated by perfectly curated social media posts and highlight reels, it's almost second nature to look at someone else's life and feel like you're falling short. But here's the truth. Constantly comparing yourself to others is a toxic cycle that breeds dissatisfaction and self-doubt. Imagine you're running a marathon, but instead of focusing on your pace, you're constantly glancing at the runners beside you. Not only does this slow you down, but it also robs you of the joy of running your own race. Why compare your behind-the-scenes struggles to someone else's best moments? Each person's journey is unique, shaped by their circumstances, challenges, and opportunities, and trying to measure your progress against theirs is like comparing apples to oranges. It's not just unfair, it's self-defeating. Think about how much energy you spend scrolling through others' accomplishments or wishing you had what they do. What if you redirected that energy inward, focusing on your own growth and celebrating your own milestones? The Stoic approach to life teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and reactions, rather than external comparisons. The Stoic secrets to contentment lie in embracing your individuality and trusting the path you're on rather than trying to match someone else's trajectory. No two lives are identical, and no success story is without its hidden struggles. When you stop comparing, you allow yourself to see the progress you've made, however small it may seem. Small steps forward are still steps forward, and they deserve recognition. Consider this. A young entrepreneur starting a small business constantly looks at other successful entrepreneurs online. She sees their luxury lifestyles, massive audiences, and seemingly perfect lives and begins to question her own efforts. She forgets that behind their success are years of hard work, failures, and lessons she cannot see. The constant comparison paralyzes her, making her feel unworthy. But then she shifts her perspective. She starts journaling her small victories, her first loyal customer, her first positive review, her first month of profit. Over time, she realizes her journey is hers alone, and each milestone is a testament to her resilience. This shift doesn't just help her grow her business, It brings her peace and a renewed sense of purpose. Could this be you? Are you so busy comparing your story to others that you've stopped appreciating your progress? Ask yourself, what would your life look like if you stopped measuring yourself against others? How much more energy could you devote to your passions, relationships, and personal growth? Comparison blinds you to your own potential, and it's a trap we fall into because it feels easier to judge our worth based on someone else's life than to fully embrace the complexity of our own. But growth isn't linear, and success doesn't follow a universal timeline. By turning your focus inward, you begin to appreciate your journey for what it truly is, a series of steps that are leading you somewhere uniquely yours. The key to breaking free from comparison lies in gratitude and self-awareness. Shift your siyl mindset to appreciate where you are and how far you've come. Recognize that your challenges have shaped your strength, and your successes, no matter how small, are worth celebrating. The more you acknowledge your own progress, the less you'll care about someone else's. And the more you embrace your unique path, the more fulfilling your life will become. What would happen if, instead of wishing for someone else's success, you focused on building your own version of it? At its core, this lesson isn't just about breaking a toxic habit. It's about reclaiming your peace of mind. Comparing yourself to others isn't just unproductive. It's unfair to the incredible potential within you. Celebrate your victories. Trust the process and let go of the need to measure your worth against someone else's highlight reel. The lesson here is clear. Your journey is your own, and it deserves your full attention. By focusing inward, practicing gratitude, and embracing your uniqueness, you'll find that contentment and growth go hand in hand. Stop comparing and start living. That's one of the greatest Stoic secrets to true happiness. Your journey to self-mastery is getting stronger. Don't let comparing yourself to others hold you back. Commit to applying this principle to your life by commenting, "Compare only to yourself." And don't forget to follow up. Your transformation is happening. Number 7. Use social media wisely. Social media, while a remarkable tool for connection, can quickly spiral into a source of anxiety, envy, and wasted time if not approached with mindfulness. The polished, curated images and narratives presented on these platforms often distort reality, fostering harmful comparisons and leaving you questioning your own achievements and happiness. This phenomenon can lead to a cycle of dissatisfaction, where the constant exposure to idealized portrayals erodes your self-esteem. As Epictetus wisely stated, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This Stoic wisdom is a powerful reminder that your emotional response to external stimuli, like social media, is within your control, and reclaiming that control is essential to maintaining your well-being. To use social media wisely, start by examining your intentions. Are you logging in to seek meaningful connection, inspiration, or knowledge, or are you using it to fill a void or escape from discomfort? This self-awareness acts as a compass, guiding you toward intentional engagement rather than aimless scrolling. Establishing boundaries is critical. Designate specific times during the day to check your accounts and limit how long you spend online. Without clear boundaries, social media can become a black hole that consumes valuable time and attention, pulling you away from more fulfilling activities. Before logging in, ask yourself, am I enriching my day or am I allowing distractions to dominate my focus? This simple question encourages mindfulness, helping you filter out content that does not serve your growth and prioritize material that uplifts or educates. Being selective about the content you consume is another key strategy. Follow accounts that align with your values, spark joy, or inspire personal growth, and unfollow those that provoke feelings of insecurity or perpetuate unrealistic standards. It's vital to remember that social media showcases a highlight reel of other people's lives, not their full reality. By comparing your unfiltered experiences to the carefully curated versions of others, you set yourself up for unnecessary discontent. Marcus Aurelius, a champion of Stoic philosophy, offered timeless advice when he wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." This wisdom serves as a powerful reminder that shifting your perception of social media can help you regain control over its influence on your emotions. Taking deliberate breaks from social media can further protect your mental clarity and emotional balance. If you notice that time spent online begins to impact your mood or takes precedence over meaningful offline activities, it's a sign to step away. Use this time to reconnect with the tangible world. Spend time outdoors, pursue hobbies, or engage in face-to-face interactions that ground you in the present. Activities like these not only replenish your energy, but also reinforce the idea that true fulfillment stems from within, not from the validation or comparisons found online. These offline experiences provide the clarity and perspective needed to approach social media with a healthier mindset. When used thoughtfully, social media can be a force for good, a platform for learning, creativity, and meaningful connection. However, the key lies in conscious engagement and intentionality. Instead of letting social media control your time and emotions, make deliberate choices about how and why you use it. This approach aligns with the principles of modern Stoicism, which emphasizes using your power of choice to create a life of peace, purpose, and resilience. By exercising control over your habits and filtering what you consume, you transform social media into a tool that serves your values and aspirations rather than one that undermines them. When you approach social media mindfully, you turn what could be a source of distress into an avenue for inspiration and growth, ensuring it enhances your life rather than detracts from it. Number 8. Stop seeking approval. The relentless pursuit of approval from others can silently chip away at your happiness and self-worth, leaving you feeling trapped and disconnected from your authentic self. When your sense of value is tethered to external validation, you hand over the reins of your self-esteem to others, allowing their opinions to dictate how you perceive yourself. This unhealthy reliance on approval not only undermines your confidence, but also strips you of the freedom to live a life aligned with your true values and desires. Modern Stoicism reminds us to turn inward for validation, emphasizing that your worth is inherent and does not depend on the judgment of others. Marcus Aurelius captures this idea beautifully when he said, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. By constantly seeking approval, you risk diverting your attention and energy away from what truly matters, living a life of integrity, guided by your own principles." Breaking free from this toxic cycle begins with the practice of self-acceptance. Start by quieting the noise around you and listening to your inner voice. Reflect on your values, aspirations, and the person you want to become, and let these insights guide your choices. This process requires courage because it often means setting boundaries with people who try to mold you into their expectations. However, boundaries are not barriers. They are a declaration of your self-respect and a reminder that your authenticity is non-negotiable. As Seneca wisely said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." This lifelong learning includes understanding that your choices need not conform to the opinions of others, but rather align with your truest self, even if this means going against societal norms or the expectations of those around you. The reality is that not everyone will agree with your decisions, and that's perfectly fine. The diversity of opinions in the world is as vast as the number of people who hold them. What truly matters is not whether others approve of your path, but whether your choices reflect the essence of who you are. Instead of chasing universal approval, focus on building relationships with people who value and support your individuality. These genuine connections offer a sense of belonging that is far more fulfilling than the fleeting affirmation of those who don't share your values. As you cultivate trust in yourself and surround yourself with understanding individuals, you'll discover that the constant need for validation fades away, replaced by a quiet, steady confidence in your own journey. Modern Stoicism teaches us to direct our energy toward what lies within our control, our thoughts, actions, and reactions. Seeking approval is inherently futile because it depends on external factors that are beyond your influence. By reclaiming your energy and focusing on self-trust and authenticity, you regain your inner power and uncover a profound sense of peace and clarity. This shift is not about arrogance or dismissing others' perspectives entirely. Rather, it's about acknowledging that while you cannot please everyone, you also don't need to. Epictetus reminds us of this truth when he says, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. By letting go of the need for external validation, you unshackle yourself from the exhausting task of meeting everyone's expectations, opening the door to genuine freedom." In today's world, where social media amplifies the need for validation through likes, comments, and comparisons, the importance of this lesson cannot be overstated. Modern life pressures us to curate a perfect image and seek affirmation in superficial ways, but these external measures of success are fleeting and unreliable. Instead of falling into this trap, find fulfillment in living a life true to your core values and aspirations. True confidence born from self-acceptance is not loud or showy. It is a quiet, enduring force that grounds you in the face of external criticism or fleeting trends. When you live authentically, your decisions are guided not by the fleeting opinions of others, but by a deep sense of purpose and alignment with your inner self. The journey to stop seeking approval is one of empowerment and liberation. By learning to trust yourself and aligning your actions with your core values, you reclaim your personal power and embrace authenticity. Your worth is not something to be earned or proven. It is intrinsic, a part of who you are at your very core. As you release the need for external validation, you'll experience a newfound freedom to make decisions that resonate with your true self, creating a life of clarity, fulfillment, and meaningful connection. Number 9. Respect privacy in breakups. When a relationship ends, whether it's a romantic partnership or a close friendship, it can feel like an emotional whirlwind, leaving you searching for clarity and comfort. In those moments, the temptation to share every detail with others can be almost irresistible. You might feel an urge to explain your side of the story, justify your actions, or seek validation from those around you. But here's an important truth. Respecting the privacy of both yourself and the other person is one of the most powerful things you can do to support your healing. Think about it. What do you truly gain from opening the door to gossip and allowing others to dissect the details of your personal life? More often than not, it only adds layers of misunderstanding, invites unnecessary drama, and makes the already challenging process of moving on even harder. The Stoic way reminds us to focus on what we can control, and in this case, it's your decision to protect your dignity and privacy, no matter what others might say or think. True strength lies in rising above the noise, keeping the details to yourself and directing your energy inward to grow, recover, and learn from the experience. Imagine going through a breakup as navigating a stormy sea. When you share every detail with others, it can feel like throwing out anchors to stabilize yourself. But instead of helping, these anchors weigh you down, keeping you stuck in turbulent waters. Wouldn't it be better to let go of those anchors and focus on steering yourself toward calmer, brighter shores? This period of transition is an opportunity to reflect deeply on what the relationship taught you about yourself and about life. Did you learn the importance of setting boundaries? Were there moments when you ignored red flags or times when you compromised your values to maintain the connection? These lessons, though painful, are invaluable. They serve as guiding lights that can help you build stronger, healthier relationships in the future. A breakup doesn't need to be a public spectacle or a performance for others to evaluate. It's a deeply personal process, one that deserves respect and privacy, free from the scrutiny or unsolicited opinions of the outside world. By keeping the details private, you give yourself the space to fully process your emotions and come to terms with the change in a way that honors your experience. Think about this modern example. A person ends a long-term relationship and feels the need to post about it on social media. They share a long, detailed post explaining their perspective, hoping to gain sympathy or control the narrative. What follows is a flood of comments, unsolicited advice, and even judgment, some well-meaning, others unkind. Instead of finding the peace they sought, they feel overwhelmed and trapped in a cycle of reliving the breakup every time someone comments or asks questions. Now compare this to someone who chooses a different approach. They remain quiet, confiding, only in a trusted friend or writing their thoughts in a journal. They use their energy to focus on personal growth, perhaps seeking therapy or exploring new interests that bring them joy. Over time, this person grows stronger, gaining clarity about what they need and deserve in future relationships. Which path feels more peaceful and empowering to you? Are you allowing others' opinions to dictate your healing process? Or are you choosing to prioritize your own well-being? The Stoic secrets to handling breakups lie in practicing self-discipline, cultivating emotional resilience, and respecting your own privacy. Ask yourself this: what do you gain by explaining yourself to others? Are their opinions truly more valuable than your peace of mind? When you choose to prioritize your healing over external validation, you reclaim your power and set a standard for how you want to be treated, not just by others but by yourself. Privacy during a breakup doesn't mean hiding the truth or denying your feelings. Instead, it's about creating a safe space for your emotions, where you can focus on the future rather than getting lost in the past. How you handle the end of a relationship reveals a great deal about the person you're becoming. Do you want to be someone who rises above and finds strength in quiet reflection, or someone who gets caught up in the distractions and judgments of others? Breakups, while undeniably painful, are also deeply transformative. They offer you a rare opportunity to reset, reflect, and grow in ways you might not have thought possible. The lesson here is simple but profound. Prioritize your healing, respect your privacy, and focus on building a life that is free from the interference and opinions of others. True closure doesn't come from external validation or from proving anything to anyone else. It comes from the quiet, determined work of healing, learning, and moving forward. When you respect the process and honor your own needs, you emerge not just stronger, but wiser and more aligned with the person you want to become. This is not just about moving on from the relationship. It's about moving forward with dignity, self-respect, and a renewed sense of purpose. Every ending, after all, is a chance for a new beginning. By embracing this mindset, you'll find that even the most painful transitions can lead to a brighter, more fulfilling future. Thank you for being here with us today. Before we dive into the next topic, I want to take a moment to sincerely thank you for being part of this conversation. You might have gone through something similar or have valuable insights to add. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about respecting privacy during difficult times like a breakup? Do you believe protecting your privacy can help you heal from emotional pain? Feel free to leave this slogan in the comments. Keep it private, heal in peace, or simply share your thoughts on how you navigate relationships after they end. Your feedback not only enriches this conversation, but also helps us continue creating meaningful content for you. Thank you so much. And now, let's move on to the next truth. Number 10. Let go of unrealistic standards. Dreams and aspirations are an integral part of what makes us human. They inspire us to grow, challenge ourselves, and seek fulfillment. However, when these ambitions are based on unrealistic expectations, They often become sources of stress, frustration, and self-doubt rather than motivation. Unrealistic standards frequently arise from external pressures, societal norms that dictate success, the illusion of perfection promoted on social media, and the endless comparison to others. These unattainable ideals can lead to a constant feeling of inadequacy, making it harder to recognize your own progress and worth. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By understanding and questioning the forces shaping our expectations, we reclaim control and create standards that reflect our true selves, not the ideals imposed by others. The first step in breaking free from the trap of unrealistic standards is identifying when they are holding you back. Pause to examine your goals and ask yourself whether they are aligned with your core values and authentic desires, or if they have been influenced by outside expectations. It is common to chase definitions of success, beauty, or happiness that do not resonate with who we truly are, leaving us feeling unfulfilled even when we achieve them. Modern Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, choices, and actions, and to let go of the need to measure ourselves against external benchmarks that often have little relevance to our own happiness. By embracing this principle, you can prioritize a life that is meaningful to you, rather than one dictated by societal norms. Accepting the imperfections of life and recognizing that setbacks are a natural part of any journey is key to finding peace. Failures, delays, and challenges are not signs of inadequacy, but opportunities for growth and learning. As Epictetus noted, difficulties are things that show a person what they are. These experiences help us build resilience, develop problem-solving skills, and deepen our understanding of ourselves. Instead of viewing mistakes as roadblocks, see them as stepping stones on your path to self-improvement. Shifting your focus from perfection to progress allows you to appreciate the lessons and triumphs that emerge along the way, reminding you that the journey is as important as the destination. Rather than striving for unattainable outcomes, set goals that are realistic, actionable, and in harmony with your values. Break larger ambitions into smaller, manageable steps and celebrate each milestone, no matter how small. These moments of success build confidence and remind you that growth is incremental, a series of achievements that lead to something greater. Marcus Aurelius highlighted the importance of this mindset, writing, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." By focusing on the progress you make each day, you foster gratitude and fulfillment, ensuring that the pursuit of your goals is a source of joy rather than stress. Letting go of unrealistic standards doesn't mean giving up on ambition. It means redefining success in a way that prioritizes peace, balance, and authenticity. In today's world, where social media and societal pressures often amplify feelings of inadequacy, this practice is more relevant than ever. Comparing your reality to the curated perfection of others can lead to unnecessary self-criticism, making it vital to refocus on what truly matters, your own growth and happiness. Modern Stoicism encourages us to align our goals with our values, fostering a mindset of acceptance and self-compassion rather than constant striving for an unreachable ideal. By releasing unattainable expectations, you open the door to a more satisfying and meaningful life. This doesn't mean lowering your standards, but aligning them with reality and allowing yourself the space to grow and evolve. Celebrate your progress, embrace the imperfections, and learn to enjoy the journey rather than obsess over the outcome. In doing so, you create a life filled with purpose and peace, one that reflects who you truly are and allows you to thrive in a world full of unnecessary noise. Let go of the chase for perfection, and instead, embrace the fulfillment that comes from authenticity and progress. Number 11. Stop gossiping. While gossip may seem like a harmless way to bond with others or pass the time, its true impact can be profoundly destructive. quietly eroding trust, damaging relationships, and tarnishing your reputation. Negative. Talk about others, even in casual settings, creates a toxic environment that slowly drains positivity and fosters resentment, division, and unnecessary drama. Modern Stoicism underscores the importance of self-control, integrity, and the wise use of words in our interactions. As Epictetus reminds us, when you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings. Then you will forget your anger. This principle applies to gossip because often our choice to speak poorly of others reflects our unresolved frustrations or insecurities. Instead of tearing people down, channel your energy into fostering kindness, empathy, and mutual respect, elevating the tone of your conversations and creating a space for understanding. When you find yourself in a conversation that veers toward gossip, recognize it as an opportunity to redirect the dialogue toward something positive or constructive. This requires intentionality and mindfulness, but can transform interactions and set a powerful example for others. Before sharing a negative comment or engaging in critical talk, ask yourself, would I feel comfortable if someone said this about me? If the answer is no, it's a clear sign to hold back. Words possess incredible power. They can either build bridges of trust or destroy them. By consciously choosing words that uplift and foster understanding, you create an atmosphere of support and mutual respect. Marcus Aurelius said it best, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This wisdom encourages us to exercise control over our impulses, resist the temptation to gossip, and focus on fostering positivity rather than division. In the age of social media, where gossip and negativity are amplified on a massive scale, the discipline to resist harmful chatter is more important than ever. Modern life tempts us to critique others publicly or participate in negative conversations under the guise of humor or casual commentary, but the long-term consequences can be deeply damaging. Modern Stoicism offers a practical framework for resisting these impulses by teaching us to focus on what we can control, our own thoughts, words, and actions. When you consciously avoid gossip, you demonstrate emotional maturity and a commitment to cultivating a positive environment, inspiring others to follow your lead. This act of self-restraint becomes a quiet but powerful example of the strength that lies in kindness and discretion. Avoiding gossip doesn't mean avoiding difficult or honest conversations. It's not about pretending that everyone is perfect or ignoring genuine issues. It's about approaching discussions about others with empathy, respect, and a desire to understand rather than to criticize. When conflicts or disagreements arise, focus on resolving them constructively rather than resorting to sarcastic comments, harsh judgments, or undermining someone's character. Leading by example in this way demonstrates wisdom, integrity, and strength, qualities that naturally attract deeper, more meaningful relationships. As Seneca wisely noted, associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. The process is mutual, for men learn while they teach. By surrounding yourself with people who value respect and positivity, and by fostering these qualities in yourself, you create a community where gossip and negativity cannot thrive. The decision to avoid gossip is not just about protecting others, it's also about elevating yourself. By choosing to lead conversations with compassion and empathy, you position yourself as a source of trust and respect, someone others look to for support and positivity. Every interaction you have is an opportunity to uplift others, whether by offering encouragement, expressing gratitude, or simply being present and attentive. When you focus on these aspects, you not only enrich your relationships, but also enhance your own sense of fulfillment and inner peace. The rewards of practicing kindness and avoiding gossip extend beyond your personal relationships. They create a ripple effect, spreading positivity to your community and setting a standard of integrity for those around you. By making a conscious effort to avoid gossip, you strengthen your character and develop emotional resilience. This practice not only enhances the quality of your interactions, but also aligns with the principles of modern Stoicism, which emphasize self-control, intentionality, and the pursuit of virtue. As you make this shift, you'll notice a profound transformation in the quality of your connections and the overall tone of your environment. Kindness, empathy, and respect will become the cornerstones of your relationships, fostering a sense of trust and mutual understanding that brings lasting peace and fulfillment to your life. Thank you for joining us today on Stoic in Your Life, where we explored the 11 toxic things destroying your life right now and how Stoic wisdom can empower you to overcome them. Remember, removing toxic elements from your life is not just about letting go. It's about creating space for growth, peace, and meaningful connections. Stoicism teaches us that we have the inner strength to face challenges and shape a life aligned with our values. If you found value in today's video, we encourage you to start applying these principles to your daily life and see the transformation for yourself. Don't forget to like this video, share it with others who may need this wisdom, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life for more lessons that inspire and guide. Turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our upcoming content. You have the power to change your life, and it begins with removing unnecessary negativity. Stay strong, stay resilient, and remember, the journey to a better life starts with the choices you make today. See you in the next video.